Hello.
Hello.
Shashank, can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, sir.
Okay, super. Is it the screen is visible?
Yeah, sir.
Oh, super. So before we actually get into the library classes, we need to have a little bit background of it. Okay,
Hmm.
we'll discuss the fundamentals and then we'll move ahead. Hmm?
Okay, sir.
And you joined from two different systems.
Huh?
Have you joined from two different computers?
No, sir. Only one computer I have.
Okay, I can see one more person in the group. I'm not sure who is that. Okay.
Good evening, sir. It's me,
May I know who is that?
Shashank, sir.
Shashank. Okay, what about the other person?
Sir, Siddhant, sir. Only.
Siddha. Okay. So who is our Pratibha madam cousin sister? It's Shashank, right?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So another one is Shivank.
Shivani, sir.
Okay, so Shivan. Okay, super. So Shivan, how did you come to know about this class?
So actually, I was looking for some tuitions about some maths or computer.
Mhm.
So I was going to one coaching.
Hmm.
So there, one of my teacher convinced me to try this, and my father also told just
Hmm.
try it and how it is.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
I'm just trying it out.
So I hope you are a 10th standard student.
Yes, sir.
Okay, super. And this is in the middle of it. We are covering the second chapter, okay, which
Okay,
is
sir.
library classes. But for that, what is required? We'll have a background. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I hope we have studied Java in the 9th standard itself, isn't it?
Yes, a little bit
Hmm.
introduction I have.
It's okay. We'll start from the scratch.
Okay.
Okay. In Java, if you want to run any program, we need to have a block, and that special block is called as a main method. What is the special block is called as?
Main method.
Okay. So without this, it will not execute anything. Please remember that.
Okay.
That is the starting point. If you want to run any program in Java, you need to have something called class, and within the class, we should have something called main method.
Main method.
And if I want to print my name, example, I want to print Banu. Okay, so what I should do? I will use one class called system. So what is the class I'm using? System. System means in simple English, computer, this present computer.
Hmm.
This computer has two things. One is input device and second one is output device, isn't it?
Yes.
In example for input device is keyboard, mouse, mic, etc. Example for output device. Can you give me any example for output device? Both Shashank
Uh,
and Shiv.
Mouse.
No. Mouse is used for giving input, right? Output I wanted.
Output like USB. USB, CD.
Yes.
Yes.
Monitor. Screen is
Uh,
the output device, isn't it? I can see something. Okay.
Yeah.
Printer is
yes.
an output device, isn't it?
Hmm.
Yes.
So I will use dot out. So in the system, you go to output device, which is the default input device, keyboard, which is the default output device, computer monitor. I'll repeat it. What is the default input device?
Keyboard.
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 Default output device?
Monitor.
Computer. Monitor.
Monitor, the screen. Okay. Here, what I want to do, I want to print something. So I'll just use a print. And what I want to print 1, 2, 3 example. So let me just execute it and check, will it print or not? Let me run it. Tell me, is it printing 1, 2, 3?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Similarly, if I want to print my name Banu, but Banu is not a number, it is a word. So that has to be given within the double quotes. Anything present in the double quote is called as string. In Java, anything present inside the double quote, what is it technically called as?
String.
String. Let me run it. Is it printing Banu? Yes. Are we clear till this?
Yes, sir.
Now, suppose I want to use one number, n number of times. Okay. Example, I will say 10 plus 20. And let me write this code. 10 minus 3. Let me write a code. 10 into 2. Then I'll write a code. 10 divided by 2. Okay, something like that. Okay. Can you please tell me what I'm doing in line number 7, line number 9, line number 12, line number 14? What I'm doing? Here
In subtracting.
in line number 7, what I'm doing?
Automatic operations
I'm
like
adding it, correct? Here what I'm doing?
subtracting.
Subtract. Here multiplication, here division.
Division.
Okay, if I run it, I'll get 4 outputs. Can you guess the output?
37,
37,
20,
25. If I want to write that here, okay, I will use /30. What is the meaning of it? Anything you write / indicates it is a comment. What is it called as?
comment.
Comment. Okay. Why we need to write a comment? Example here I want to say. This is, let me write it. Note. This is day 1 code by Bhanu. Can you see that? I'm getting a red line here.
Yes, sir.
That indicates a error. Why it indicates a error? It will try to interpret this as a Java program. Tell me, is it a Java program? Is it a proper
No,
Java program? No.
No, sir.
It is my information, note, right? I want to tell the Java compiler, please don't touch it. Okay, this is for my reference. So this is, I'll use a //
Comment
which is
line.
called as a comment. What happens when you write a comment? Compiler will ignore this line. What happens when you write //
Compiler will ignore that line.
Ignore that. It will not touch it. Okay. Similarly, here also, if you want to write something else, example, I will say 7 here. Example, here I'll say 20. So example, if you want to say 5. Anything, if you want to write it inside the Java program and you don't want the compiler to compile it, you have to comment it. Okay. Other than Java program, anything extra you want to write it, how to write it? Use a
Codes.
comment, //
Comment.
Okay, this is called as a comment. Are we clear? Let us run it now. So in this example, what is happening? Can you see that I'm getting something else than what I expected?
Yes.
But actual output is
Yes,
correct.
sir.
See this, see this, see this. What is the output?
30,
7, 25. Correct.
25.
It
Yes,
is coming in the same line, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
If I want to print it in the
Yes,
next
sir.
line, I use println. Okay, what I use?
Println.
Println. That will print the content in the new line. See the difference here. Let me run it. Now tell me, is it printing one below the other?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I hope you understood the difference between print and println.
Yes.
Most of the cases we use println so that we print it in the next line. So the next thing is, here if you observe, everywhere, what is the number I'm using? One common number I'm using everywhere. Can you see that? What is that common number?
10.
10. Tomorrow, if I want to change that 10 to 11, what I should do? I'll change the 10 to 11. How many times I need to change it?
4 times.
4 times.
4 times. Instead of that, Java says, don't write a value directly. Instead of that, you store it in one place. Example, I will say, what is this 10, 20? They are the numbers, isn't it? I will use n. N is a indicator. N is equal to, I will say 10. So I'm trying to store this information in a variable. Assume that I hope you know in the maths, we write a code, right? A plus B whole square.
Yes,
Then we write, what is A plus B whole square? A square plus B
A
square
square
plus
plus B square
2AB.
plus 2AB.
Here in later, can I assign some other value for A and B and get the actual value? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So same thing happens here also. But what I'm trying to store, I'm trying to store a 10. 10 is a number. I should tell the Java what I'm trying to do here. I want to store a number. So I'll mention a word called int. So in this example, I hope you can see there is a different color for the int. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Compared to
Bold.
other value, this is a little some kind of a magenta color. Color difference is there. I hope you can
Yes,
see
sir.
that. So anything
Yes.
which is in this color and as well as bold, they are called as keywords. What are those called as?
Keywords.
Keywords. Keywords. Keywords are reserved words. What is keyword? Keywords are
Reserved words.
reserved words. It has a predefined meaning. Okay. Example. Can you see the first letter, first word here? What is the first word? Package.
Package.
Public, class, static, void, int, all are called as keywords. They have a predefined meaning. We will see what is it. In this example, I'm saying int n is equal to 10. What I'm telling the Java, create one memory space. The name for that memory space is n. And I want to use it for storing an integer. What is the purpose of creating this memory space? To store
Store an integer.
integer. Okay. And which integer I want to store?
10.
10. So this, what are we doing here is, at the beginning I'm mentioning type of data. What are we mentioning?
Type of data.
Type of data.
Then followed by I'm mentioning
The
memory,
data.
memory name. Correct? What is the name of the memory?
N.
And
Is equal to. Then what are we mentioning?
Value.
Value we are mentioning it. Okay. Technically, the type of data is called as data type. Tell me, what is it called as?
Data type.
data type.
Data type. The memory name which I'm giving here is technically called as variable. Is equal to value. And in this example, what are we doing? We are declaring and initializing the variable. Tell me, what are we doing in line number 10?
Initializing.
Initializing the variable.
Declaring and
Initializing
initializing the variable. What do you mean by that? Actually speaking, we supposed to write something like this. Int n is equal to 10. And here, wherever I want it, I will use that variable n. Everywhere I use n, something like that, I can use it. Right? I can use this variable n. Let me remove this space, extra space we have it. Okay. Now tell me, if I run it, will I get the same output now also?
Yes, sir.
N plus 20, 10 plus 20, 30. Let us just it. See the output. Tell me, am I getting the same value?
Yes, sir.
Now, instead of 10, I want to use 15. Should I change it 4 times or only 1 time?
1 time.
Where? In line number
11.
11. I'll just change it. I'll execute it. See here, everywhere it is automatically changed. So let us try to understand what is happening in this program. I will write only this much code. Only this much code I will write it. Let us write it. Let me keep this code. Observe. When I run my Java program, it will create one special computer. That special computer is called as JVM. Tell me the name of the special computer which executes the Java program.
JVM.
Java Virtual Machine. The full form of JVM is Java Virtual Machine. It has got majorly 2 types of memory. One is called as stack. Second one is called as heap. Tell me the 2 types of memory we have in Java Virtual Machine.
Stack and heap.
Stack and heap. All the execution happens in stack. Every storage happens in heap. Okay. Execution happens in stack. Storage happens in heap. Let us not worry about it. Right now, which method we are executing? Main method we are executing it. Just imagine main method is loaded here. So where are we now? We are inside main method. Where it is getting loaded, it is in the computer memory called stack. Execution always happens from top to bottom. Never forget. Tell me the execution order of any Java, any program?
Top
to bottom. When the control comes here, what are we doing here? We are only declaring the variable. Tell me, what are we doing?
Declaring the variable.
Declaring variable has 2 things. One is the data type. Second one is the variable name. In this case, what is the data type?
Int.
What is the name of the variable?
N.
So it will create one memory. The name of the memory is n. It will allocate on memory. And what is the name of the variable? It is n. This process is called as declaration. Creating a variable, okay, is called as declaration. It will also mention the data type. What is the data type in this example? It is int.
Int.
Right? Okay. Example. Okay, let me take one example. Assume that we have one plastic cover. Plastic cover. Okay, what is the use of this plastic cover? I can store here in this example. Let me say, okay, I can store some kind of a juice. Can I store it in a plastic
Yes,
cover?
sir.
Huh?
Yes,
I
sir.
hope you have seen this milk and everything comes in the
Yeah,
plastic cover only, na? Okay. Next up, I have a paper cover. Can I store milk here in the paper cover?
No, sir.
no,
No. Maybe I may store fruits.
Fruits.
So that means it is clearly mentioned the purpose of it, right? So the paper cover is meant for, it can handle any, let's say liquid and all, and this is only for solid, something like that. Similarly here, I'm creating one memory. The name of the memory is n. Can I store anything I wish? No. You cannot store anything you wish. You have to store only an information of type integer. Right? What is the purpose of it? It is used to store the data of type integer. What is the integer? I'll tell you. So this is called as declaration. Are we clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, declaration contains how many parts?
2 parts.
2 parts. What are those? Data type,
Data type and
variable
variable.
name.
variable.
Next, when the control comes here, we are using is equal to. Is equal to is called as assignment operator. What is equal to is called as?
Assignment operator.
It will store the right hand side value to the left hand side. Tell me what happens when you write is equal to? It will store
Left hand
right hand side value to the
Left
left
hand
hand side. What is right hand side value?
15.
Where it will store?
N.
N. Do we have a n memory here? Yes. It will store 15. This is called as initialization. What is this process is called as?
Initialization.
Specifying what is n is declaration. Storing the value is called as initialization. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Next, when the control comes here, n plus 20, will it add n with the 20 or it will take the content of n and it will add it to 20? Guess it, what will happen? Will it add n with the 20 or it will add the content of n with the 20?
Content of
Content 10 with 20.
What is the content of n?
15.
15. 15 plus 20, how much? 35.
35.
It will print it. Similarly, when the control comes here, tell me what will happen. Will it
15
add
minus
15
3.
minus 3, 15 into 2, 15 by 2, isn't it? So how many times we store this value 15?
4 times.
How many times we stored?
Stored 1 time.
Only
1
once.
time.
But how many times we used it?
4 times.
4 times. Can I use it any number of times? Yes.
Yeah.
That is the beauty of this variable. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Now my question is, why did we call it as a variable? 1 second. Let me create demo 2 with main method. Tell me how to declare one variable. Int I, some variable name is equal to 100.
Equal to 100.
Example. What are we doing here? We are doing 2 tasks at a time in the same statement. What are those? Tell me.
Declaration
And initialization.
initialization.
Wonderful. Declaration and initialization.
Initialization.
You do it separately, you do it together, it's your choice. In this example, let me write SOP I. Then I'll write a code. I is equal to 20. SOP I. Then I'll say I is equal to 450. I'll write the same program. Tell me, is it line number 8, 12, 16 is ditto same?
Yes, sir.
But do you expect the same output?
No, sir.
No. Let us see what happens. Okay. First time it will create a variable called I. What is the value it is going to store?
100.
100. When the control comes here, what it will do?
Print it.
Print the value. What is the value?
100.
100. When the control comes to here, what it does, tell me.
Like it's I equal to 20, but
earlier, what is the value of I?
100.
When you say I is equal to 20, old value will erase, new value will appear.
Okay, sir.
It will overwrite the value. Tell me what it does.
It will override the value.
Overwrite the value. Example, and now I had given a 100 rupees to Shashank. And after that, what I will do, Okay, I'll give you 20 rupees and I will take back that 100. So you can, in your hand, you can hold only one note at
20.
a time. That's the rule. In your hand, you can hold only one note at a time.
One note.
So first time I gave 100, then after that I gave 20. So you have to lose 100. So now how much you have? Only 20. It will print.
20.
Okay. Can you please explain me what happens here?
It also changes to 450.
1.
20 will be, okay, I value was 20. It will be changed
20.
to 450 and prints it here.
But sir, with different values it will differ, no sir. But with different values it will not change.
So in this
Different
example,
variables.
first time, what is the value?
100,
100.
Second time,
20,
20.
third time.
450.
450.
In all these cases, is it the same variable I?
Yes, sir.
But every time, what is happening?
New, like new
That
value
means
is
we are
getting stored.
changing the value of it, correct?
New, yes, sir.
So the changing is called as varying. What is it called as?
Very.
I think you heard about the word, right? Variable, varying, it varies. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So since we can change the value of this memory, it is called as variable. Tell me, what is it called as?
Variable.
Variable.
What is the meaning of variable?
Changing the value.
Changeable.
Value.
We can change the value of it. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Sometimes I don't want them to change anything. Okay, I don't want anybody to change it. In such cases, I'll share this program at the end. Okay, I will have another solution. Please observe. I'll create a class demo 3 with main method. Observe. Int I is equal to 100. Tell me, what is the problem with I?
Sir?
Can anybody change the value later in the next line?
Yes, sir.
Yes. No. I don't want anybody to modify. In such cases, I use one special keyword. What's the keyword?
Final end.
Final. Okay. It is a final value. Nobody can change it. So let me show you this here. Observe. SOP I. I'm printing it. I'm not changing it. I'm just printing it. Let's execute it. Is it printing 10, 100?
Yes, sir.
Now observe. How to change the value? Tell me.
Initial int.
Tell me the code. I is equal to
I is equal to 20.
some 20. Tell me, am I getting error? Is it showing
Int
error?
I,
Yes or no?
yes, sir.
Yes.
Int I equal to
Why? Because, okay, tell me, variable I can't be
assigned.
That means it will never allow you to change the value. Sir, can I write int I? No, you cannot. Why? It is already declared. I is already declared as a memory. Can you create
Yes,
one
sir.
more memory with the same name? Not
No.
allowed in Java.
Yes, sir.
Moral of the story, variable name should be unique. And now in this example, you tell me, is it I is a variable or it's a constant?
It's a constant.
It's a constant. So final variable
Is constant.
is called as constant.
Constant.
If you don't want anybody to change the value, if you want to lock it, make it secure, then which keyword you are going to use it? Final keyword. If you simply write int I is equal to something, then it becomes what? Ordinary variable. If you add a final keyword, it will become a constant. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
So is it applicable only for int? No, for anything it is applicable. Okay. Now let us go to the next story. Any question till this before I proceed?
No, sir.
Are we clear till this?
Yes,
My
sir.
assumption is you might have already learned this in the 9th standard itself, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
But still I'm recalling. So while storing the data, I may store a different types of data. Example, I want to store 10, I want to store 10.45, I want to store Banu, okay? I want to store only A, something like that. So Java says 10 is different, 10.45 is different, Banu is different, A is different, true is different, etc., etc. These are all different types of data, which is of course called as a data type. So data types in Java is basically categorized into two major types. How many types?
Two major types.
Data types. One is called as primitive data type. Tell me what is it called as?
Primitive data type.
And another one, any idea? Java experts, tell me, 9th standard.
A primitive data type after that. And
Anything else?
Uh,
It is called as non-primitive data type, or also called as okay, complex data type or composite data type. Different word they use it. The standard word is primitive and non-primitive. Okay. Next up, in primitive, again there are two types. One is numeric, and the second one is non-numeric. Tell me the two types of data types in primitive data types.
Numeric, non-numeric.
What is the meaning of numeric and non-numeric? Tell me in simple English.
Numeric means
Number.
numbers.
Non-numeric means other than numbers. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Example.
Alphabets.
Here, those alphabets are called as characters. What is it called as?
Characters.
And in our day-to-day life, we will say yes, no, okay, yes, something like that. Correct?
Yes,
Computer will not understand that. For that, they come up with an idea called Boolean. Tell me what is it called as?
Boolean.
Boolean means only two possibilities, yes or no.
True.
Yes is called as true,
True.
no is called as false.
False.
Are we clear?
Yes.
Boolean has got only two values. What are those?
True and false.
True and false. That's it. Next. Character means anything within single quote. Example A, P, T. Anything present in the single quote is called as what?
Sir.
Character. Anything present in single quote is called as character. We say character, but while writing, we use the word char. That's it. Okay. Next.
Yes.
Under numeric, again, there are two types. One is integral. What is that?
Integral.
Second one is floating point. It means simple, appa. Whole number, fraction number. That's all. Tell me the meaning of integral and floating point.
Whole number and fraction.
Fraction. Example, if I say 100, what is it?
Whole number.
Whole
Integral.
number.
If I say 122.556, what is it?
Like
Easy na?
fraction or decimals.
Correct? Decimals, basically. Not the fraction, decimals.
Yes.
Okay? Are we clear till this?
Yes.
But Java says in integral, I'll give you different memory space. Example, I will say byte, int, short, long. In integral, what are the types?
Byte, int, short, long.
All are whole numbers. Under floating point, we have two choice. One is float, second one is double. Tell me the two types.
Float, double.
What makes the difference? Amount of memory allocated makes the difference. That's it. Example, for a byte in the memory, it will allocate only 1 byte of memory. How much?
1 byte.
For this, it is 2. For this, it is 4. Something like that, it will allocate it. Should we worry about it? No, that is none of our business. Okay, we always use int, float is a frequently used. Now, in this example, let us write one chart as a program. Okay, let me write a code. Right click, new class. Demo. Shashank, is it teaching is fast?
No, sir.
What about the other person?
No.
Shivan? Is it teaching is fast, Shivan?
No, sir.
Observe. Tell me, what is the first data type?
Byte.
Byte. Byte. A is equal to 10. Normal code. Then you write SOPA. Okay, I just wanted to show the declaration. What is the next data type?
Int.
But byte short int. I'm sorry, I've written wrong. What is that? Byte short. Int C is equal to 10. Okay, then we have long. D
Long.
is equal to 10. You don't see any difference. Everything looks one and the same, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
What makes the difference is, if I say byte, it will allocate 8 bits of spaces. How much?
8 bits.
8 bits.
8 bits is called as 1 byte. I hope you know that.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
In that, we are storing 10. Short means it will give you the double the space. How much? 2 bytes. You are storing 10 only. It is as good as you are taking one small pocket. In that pocket, you are storing one tomato.
Yes.
Then you are giving a bigger bag. In that bag also, you are storing tomato only. Then you are increasing the size of that. There also, you are using tomato. Can I store the same tomato in all the bags also? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what is increasing here? Size of the bag is increasing it. What makes the difference between the two bags? I'm giving one chota as a bag and one big bag. Here also I can store tomato. Here also I can store tomato. But what is the difference? You please tell me.
Size of the bag.
That
Outside.
means here I can store only few number of tomatoes. Here I can store large number of tomatoes, isn't it? Example I'll show you. Here. What is the number I'm storing in A?
127.
127.
What is the data type?
Byte.
Tell me, am I getting error now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because byte can store only from 0 to 127. So what is the size of the byte? It can store the number from
0 to 127.
If I try to keep 128, will that bag hold the number 128?
No, sir.
It can hold only 127 tomatoes. Similarly, you can also store negative number. Negative is minus 128 because it uses some internal logic here. Minus 129, it will not store. Can you see that?
Okay,
Am I
sir.
getting error?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hypothetically, what is the range of byte? It is from minus 128 to 0 to 127. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, if it is 128, I will be using the next data type. Which is the next data type?
Short.
Short. Can short hold all the value? No. There is a limit for that also. Okay. You cannot mug up this limit, but I'll just Google it and show you. Okay. So how to Google it? Java variable or Java data type size. Okay, let us see this here. Okay, I'll go to one of the websites. Now let us test it here. Tell me, what is the data type?
Minus 128.
Byte is the data
Byte.
type.
1 byte.
How much memory allocated?
1 byte.
Just 1 byte. So how many
Yes,
values
sir.
I can store? From
Minus
minus 128 to 127.
127.
If I want to store 200, can I store it in a byte? Not possible. Then I'll go to the next one. Which is the next data type?
Short.
Short.
How much memory allocated for it?
2 bytes.
2 bytes.
Because of that reason, can you see the amount of value we can store? What is the number I can store? Starting from
Minus
32,762 plus 32,767.
767.
Okay. So similarly, each of them has it. Can you see this here? 1248. That is what I was talking about.
Yes.
How much
sir.
memory? 1248.
8.
And this is 4 and 8. You can see that here. 4 and 8. And Boolean, how much?
1.
1 byte or 1 bit?
Bit.
Just a bit, smallest value. Okay. So this is 1 bit. All are bytes, remember, 8 bits. And here, character?
2 bytes.
2 bytes. Nobody will ask you all this, but it's better you are aware of it. Okay.
Sir, now 1 bit is 8 bytes.
No.
8 bytes.
8 bit. 8 bit is 1 byte.
1 byte. Yes, sir.
That means the byte has how many cells? 8 cells it has.
8 cells. Yes, sir.
But the Boolean has got only 1 cell.
1 cell. Yes, sir.
1 means true, 0 means false. Simple.
Yes.
You don't need much space for storing it.
Yes,
Okay?
sir. Yes, sir.
So now tell me all the 4 types: byte, short, int, long. What type of value I can store?
Number value.
Whole number I can store.
Whole
What I can
number.
store? Whole. Then what is the difference between the byte and short? Only the amount of space is the difference. What is the difference?
Amount of space.
That means the value that we store can be bigger as and when you move up. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, see this here. Float A, B, C, D, E is equal to, what do you mean by float?
Float means
Any
decimal.
number with decimal.
Decimals.
Okay. To indicate as a float, we should use a letter F. What do you have to use?
F.
Or capital F, either small f or small f. Okay, bigger F. So this indicates it's a float data type. And now let me write it. Double A, B, C, D, E, F is equal to, okay, I can store a bigger number, but let me store this one. Do you need to mention the letter D here?
No, sir.
No. If you want, you can mention it. If you don't want, you can leave it. For which one it is mandatory?
Float.
So all are what type of values? Numeric values. Out of this, first four is a whole number. Next two is a floating point number. Are we clear?
Yes.
Next, non-numeric is there. Non-numeric are two types. What are those?
Characters.
Character
Characters.
and Boolean.
Boolean.
Boolean can be either
True or false.
true or false. Are we clear till this?
Yes.
Now let us count it. See how many data types are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many primitive data types we have?
8.
In Java, we have 8
Primitive data types.
primitive data
Types.
types. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
So in that primitive data type, it is categorized as numeric and non-numeric. Again, inside numeric, it is categorized integral and floating point, byte, short, int, long, and here it is there. Okay. Non-numeric is character and Boolean. Suppose anything else you try to store it, it becomes a non-primitive data type. It becomes what?
Non-primitive data type.
So the famous example for non-primitive data type. Non-primitive. Also called as user-defined data type. What is it also called as?
User-defined.
It's a combination of it. I'll teach you that. Huh? Non-primitive is a basic word. Example, class, array, interface, enum. All are called as what?
Non-primitive.
Non-primitive data type.
Only these 8 types are called as primitive. Everything else, anything else you take it, all are called as
Non-primitive data.
non-primitive. Example. See this? String. Name is equal to Banu. Can you see this here?
Yes, sir.
What is the value? Banu.
Banu.
Where I'm storing it? In which variable?
String, like name.
Which variable? Name.
Name.
What is the data type of it?
String.
What is the value I'm storing here?
True.
True. In which variable?
H.
Which data type?
Boolean.
Similarly, string is a data type. But
No.
is it a primitive data type? No.
No,
It is a
non-primitive.
non-primitive. Anything other than these 8, all are classified as
Non-primitive data type.
non-primitive. Example. So I said non-primitive can be what?
String.
No. Non-primitive can be what? Class, array, interface or enum. Okay, observe. I want to know what is it. Let me click it. Tell me, what is string in Java?
String
is a class.
Class.
What is string? String is a class. So is it a class?
Yes, sir.
Hence it is a
non-primitive data.
It is a built-in class. It is already there here. Next, let me show you one more example. No. Shashank. Hey, did I spell your name correctly, Shivan?
Oh, actually, sir, my name is Siddhant. That's actually my surname. I'll just change it, sir.
It's okay. It's okay. Just tell me whatever you want me to. What is that? Siddharth.
Siddhant.
Siddhant.
Yes, sir.
Siddhant. Is it spelled correctly?
Sir, double D.
Here.
Yes, sir. And A,
Siddhant.
H and A will not come.
Is it correct?
H will not come, sir.
Or H will not come. Only
Yes.
this much.
Yes.
Super. Now observe. Now observe. Now observe. So here I'll say some all me. Tell me what is the content of me?
Banu.
But what is the content of all? Is it one value or multiple value?
Multiple
values.
It is together called as what?
String bracket.
String
Right.
array. What is it
Array.
called as?
String
Array.
array.
This is just a string. This is a string.
String array.
This is also what type? It is a non-primitive type.
Non-primitive data.
Int p is equal to 10, 20, 30. Remember, int is a primitive type. Yes or
But-
no?
Yes, sir.
But is it an int or it is integers, group of numbers?
Integer.
It is an integer array, group of
Yes, sir.
numbers. Hence, it
Integer.
becomes a non-primitive type. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, in this example, string is a built-in class in Java. Tell me what is string? String is
Built-in
a
class in Java.
built-in. What do you mean by built-in? Java software itself already contains it. String
Yes.
is a built-in class in Java. Hence, it is what type? Non-primitive type. Now, let me create another one. Let me just close this. Right click, new class, demo 5. Okay, observe this carefully. I will create class. I create my own class.
Yes, sir.
Tell me the name of the class.
Class
What?
student.
What is the name of the class? Student is the class.
Student.
Here I'll write it. Int id is equal to 10. String name is equal to Ravi. Now observe. What is the student ID?
10.
What is the name of the student?
Ravi.
It's a complex now. It was not an individual value. It's a complex value, isn't it?
Yes.
So this is called as a non-primitive data type or a user-defined data type. Example, let us see how to create it. Student, S1 is equal to new student. Can you please tell me what are we doing in line number 3?
Line number 3.
Creating class.
Yes, sir.
Which class?
Student.
Student class. Next up. Here we are creating the copy of the class, which is called as object. Tell me what is it called as?
Object.
So S1 is what? S1 is an object. What type of object? Student type of an object. So creating copy of which class?
Student class.
The copy is called as object.
Yes, sir.
Also called as instance. Copy, or what is the another word we use it? Instance of the student class is called as object. In this case, which object? Student object. Okay. Now tell me. Okay. Let us write only this much here. Just understand only this much. Tell me what are we doing here? Compare with the previous examples.
We are declaring the value.
Declaring a variable. What
Yes.
is the name of the variable?
S1.
Very good. What is the data type of the variable?
Student.
Student. Is it a primitive type?
Primitive. No, sir.
No.
Yes, sir.
It is a non-primitive type.
Non-primitive data type.
In non-primitive, what are the possibilities we have? We have
Class,
array, interface, enum.
enum.
This student belongs to which category? Out of all these 4. Is it an enum? Is it an interface? Is it an array?
Class.
Or is it a class?
Class.
It
Sir.
is a class.
Class.
Is it built inside Java or it is created by us?
Built in Java. No, created by us.
This is called as user defined class. Tell me, what is it called as?
User defined class.
Which one is user defined class?
Student.
Using Java, if you and me write any class of our own, all of them becomes
User defined class.
If I use already available class in Java, that becomes a built-in class.
Yes.
One of the example for built-in class is
String.
string. Another example for built-in class is
System dot out dot.
only system. Can you see
Okay.
that? What is that? System.
System.
What is the word we have?
System.
Class. So system is a class. It's a built-in class, isn't it? Super. Shashank, are we clear till this?
Yes, sir.
Here, what are we doing? Declaring S1 as student variable. Here, what are we doing? Initializing
Yes, sir.
S1 variable. Right? Initializing S1 variable. So this S1 variable, we are initializing it. Tell me, is it a primitive type or non-primitive type?
S1 is
Primitive.
Primitive or non-primitive?
student is like
Non-primitive.
yes,
See,
sir.
primitive means only 8 types. Don't forget. Primitive
Yes,
means
sir.
only
8 types.
what are those? What are those?
Byte.
Byte, short, int, long, float, double. That's it. Every character boolean. Everything else is non-primitive.
Not okay.
To initialize non-primitive, we use one special keyword. Which keyword?
New.
New. See this here. Tell me, what is S2?
String.
Primitive or non-primitive?
Primitive. Hey, no, non-primitive. String
Primitive or non-primitive?
is non-primitive.
Non-primitive.
Yes, sir.
So for that, what we should use? We should use a new keyword,
New.
isn't
Yes,
it?
equal to new string.
We should write it. But Java people gave some shortcut for it. What is that? Only for string class, using new keyword is not mandatory. This is the official way of writing it. What is the official way? String S2 is equal to new string. But they're given an excuse saying that you can do it directly. What do you mean by directly? String S3 is equal to, can I directly write Banu?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Internally, it will take care of this job. It is not that it is a primitive type. It's a non-primitive type. It's a keyword here. Okay. So, let me write one more example. Okay, writing the content is not mandatory. I'll leave it as it is. Tell me, how many classes you can see?
2 classes.
Three is there. Demo 6 is also a class,
Yes.
but it's okay. What are those?
Teacher, EMP.
And EMP, employee. Okay. Tell me how to declare a teacher variable.
Class.
Teacher T1. Over.
T1. Okay.
I don't want to initialize it. How to create an employee?
Employee E1.
T2.
E1. Some
E1.
T2. Yes. Any variable you can write it. Correct?
Yes.
What is T1?
Teacher, like
Variable.
variable.
What type? Teacher
class,
type.
Teacher type.
What is T2?
Variable.
What type?
Employee type.
Tell me, is it T1 and T2? Are they primitive data type or a non-primitive data type?
Non-primitive data.
Non-primitive data type. Is it a class, array, or interface array enum?
Class.
Class. Is it a built-in class or user-defined class?
User-defined class.
User-defined class. Are we clear till this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Super. Now, so let us quickly recall it. I'll save it. I'm going to share all this later, and I'll share the videos also. You can refer
Yes.
that. Not an issue. Give me a minute.
So I have a doubt.
Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah, so in the coding language we have different fonts, but in
Yes.
normal computer we have different fonts. Not means
Yeah.
why they use different fonts only? Why not just
You can use any fonts. There is no restrictions as such. Okay. In this case, why do we use the different fonts here? So that you can easily recognize the program. If it is colorful and all, it's easy to identify it, isn't it?
yes, sir.
If it is a magenta color, you can easily say that it is a keyword. Blue color has a different significance. I'll teach you, right? So,
Yeah.
and the comment is green color. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So this is makes our job easy.
Hmm.
Tell me, is it using Eclipse is mandatory to write a Java program? Can I write a Java program without using Eclipse? Possible or not possible?
Possible.
Possible. I can write a simple notepad and write the same program, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But when I write it code in the notepad, see here, same code I'll copy paste it. Whatever I've written, proper Java program, I'll copy paste it. Can I run this Java program? Yes, I can run it. From command prompt, I can run it. But tell me, is it easy for you to understand the code?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
plain. Okay, simple plain dosa, correct?
Yes,
We
sir.
want masala dosa. For that, we use the editor here. Font doesn't matter, but font will make your understanding easy. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Super. So now let us quickly recall it. So tell me, what is data type?
Data type.
Type of the data that we can store. Tell me what is
Yes.
data type?
Type
Type
of
of
data
data
we
we can store.
Or kind of a value we want to store it. How many types we have in Java? Basically,
Primitive and
can primitive
non-primitive.
and non-primitive.
primitive and non-primitive.
Non-primitive.
Non-primitive is also called as
Or complex or compound.
non-primitive is also called as what?
Complex data
Stars.
type.
Complex data type, composite data type, user-defined data type, and different fancy name they use it.
Yes, sir.
In primitive, again, it is categorized into two things. What is it? Numeric and
Numeric, non-numeric.
And non-numeric.
non-numeric. Number other than number. Next, under number again, whole number and floating point
Integrals
number.
and
Floating.
Integral and
Integral
floating
and
point.
floating.
And here, integral memory space will be different. Example, byte, short, int, long.
Int, long.
Byte, short, int, long. Under float, we have two choice. One is float,
Character.
second one is double.
Full double.
Float and double.
Double.
Next, under non-numeric, we have two choice. Character, Boolean.
Boolean.
Everything else is
Non-numeric.
non-primitive.
Primitive.
Everything else is
Non-primitive.
non-primitive. Tell me, such as
String.
Class. Array.
class, array,
Array.
String.
interface,
Enum.
enumerator, enum. Out of all this, where string belongs to?
Array.
Class.
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 It belongs to class.
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 Don't say string is a non-primitive type. Yes, but when it comes to declaration here, say class, array, and something like that.
Okay.
String comes under class. Okay.
Okay.
Next up. Where employee comes, that also comes under class. Where teacher comes, that also comes under class.
Yes.
What is the difference? These are all user-defined data type, and string is a built-in data type.
Yes.
Are we absolutely clear till this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, so practically what happens while writing a program, there are some situations where we need to convert from one data type to another data type. What we need to do?
Convert from one data type to
data type
another
to
One
type.
data type to
Another data type.
another data type. Example, assume that you're carrying a bag which has some fruits. Okay, and you need to buy some more fruits. What you will do? You don't have a space. What you will do?
We like
We will have another bigger bag. Now you take another bigger bag, correct? Then you will transfer all the fruits from the smaller bag to bigger bag, correct?
Yes, sir.
So same thing happens here. We are converting from one data type to
another.
Another data type.
this is called as type casting. What is the name given for it?
Typecasting.
Typecasting.
What is typecasting? Converting from one data type to
Another
another
data
data
type.
type. Typecasting can be done in primitive also and
Non-primitive.
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 Let us talk about primitive. Observe now. I will say byte a is equal to 10. Okay, na? What is
Yeah.
happening in line number 8? Tell me.
Declaration.
It is
initial
creating one memory.
memory.
What is the name? A is the name.
A,
What is the value?
10
What is the data type?
byte.
What is the meaning? It will allocate 8 bits of space. How much?
8 bits of space.
Because of some reason, I want to convert that into short. What I want to convert into?
Short.
Short. Tell me, am I getting any error? No. What are we doing here? Storing A value in
B.
B. So this code is converting byte to short.
Short.
Which type to which type?
Byte to short.
A is byte, you are storing it in B, which is short.
Yes.
This is called as what?
Byte typecasting.
Typecasting. Are we clear? Next,
Yes, sir.
what is happening? Tell me.
Int C equal to B. Like,
Which type to which type?
uh,
Short to int.
yes, sir.
Right side to left side. What is right side? B. B is what type?
B.
Short.
Short.
Short to int.
Int.
Next one. Tell me.
Int to long.
Very good. Tell me.
Long to float. Float to double, sir.
Yes. In this example, in all this example, I am converting from smaller data type
To bigger data.
bigger. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
This is called as widening. What is the technical term used?
Widening.
What do you mean by smaller data type?
Uh,
Is it value is small or memory space is small?
Memory space is
Memory
small.
small. So converting from smaller data type to bigger data type, what is that process is called as?
Widening.
Widening. Next. From byte, can I directly convert into double? Yes, you can do that. No restrictions as such. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And one more thing, actually. One more data type is also allowed. What is that? Char C is equal to, I will say A. An example. Char is already used. Wait a second. C is already used. G. Now I'll convert int P is equal to G. Tell me, is it working?
Yes, sir.
If I tell you the diagrammatical representation, what is the smallest data type?
Byte.
Byte. Byte can be converted into short.
Short.
Short can be converted
Int.
into int.
Long.
Int can be converted into long.
Long.
Long can be converted into float. Float can be converted into double. For your information, char comes here. Okay?
Okay.
Char can be converted into
Int.
int. And then so on and so forth. From byte, I can directly convert it to int. Example, see here. Byte x is equal to 10, int y is equal to x. Here, which type to which type? Byte to int. But here, what we did in the previous example? Step by step we went. From byte we went to next step. Who is the next step?
Short.
From short we went to int. Step by step we typed. But here we directly went in. Moral of the story, from byte, can I directly go to long also?
Yes, sir.
Float also?
Yes, sir.
Double also?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Similarly, tell me, from short, can I go to int?
Yes, sir.
Where else I can go?
Long,
Long also? Float
also,
also?
double also.
Double also.
Yes, sir.
Now, from int,
Int also, we can go
Into
long,
log anyhow, it's already done by default.
float.
That is what
and
it indicates, correct? Float and double. Okay. Next,
long,
from long float you can go. Where else you can go?
double,
Double. From float where you can go?
double.
Double. That's it. From double, do we have anything else?
No, sir.
No. Same thing happens from character also.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, from char, what and all we can convert? Int.
Int, long, float, double.
Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
All are called as widening.
Sir,
Tell me, what is it
can
called
we
as?
convert widening?
Widening. What is widening? Converting from smaller data type to bigger data type. But be careful. When you say character, what is character? You are storing letter A. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
But in int, can you store a letter?
No, sir.
It will store a number, right?
Number, integer.
Internally, it will convert this into ASCII value. Have you heard about the word ASCII?
ASCII code, yes, sir.
ASCII code. Example,
Yes.
I'll show you. See this, see this, see this. Char, some t is equal to letter A. Int, some other variable. Let's say w is equal to t. Which type to which type we are converting?
From
Letter A to number, isn't it?
Number, yes, sir.
Let us print that w. See what happens. You will get the ASCII value of it. What we get?
ASCII like value.
Tell me, am I getting 97?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So, in this converting from smaller data type to bigger data type is called as widening. Tell me, what is it called as?
Widening.
Any question till this?
No, sir.
Something is missing here. One is missing here. Tell me which one is missing.
Like, can we do from byte to char?
Byte to?
Char, character.
That you should be no. Let's see. Data type should be, data type is more, so should allow. Let us see this. Can you see that? Am I getting error?
Yes, sir.
Yes, not possible. That is the reason I've written this diagram neatly. Okay?
Yes, yes, sir.
One more thing. How many primitive data types we have? 8.
8.
Something is missing. Tell me who is missing.
In short, long, double. 1 second, sir.
Take your own time.
This one, sir, like.
Siddhant.
Sir, he's not there.
Not there. Okay. Boolean is missing. What is missing?
Boolean.
Reason is Boolean cannot be converted into any data type.
Okay, sir.
Boolean cannot be converted into any
data type.
Not possible. Okay.
Yes,
now
sir.
let me close it. Now let me just change it. Demo 8. If I try to do ulta, what is ulta? Converting from bigger data type to
smaller data.
It is called as a narrowing. What is it called as?
Narrowing.
Example. But in narrowing, you have to mention the conversion type. What we have to do?
Conversion.
You have to mention what type of conversion it is. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Converting from bigger data type to
smaller data type.
Smaller data type. What is it called as? It is called as
narrowing.
But in narrowing, we must specify conversion type.
Conversion of data.
This is called as explicit narrowing. Tell me, what is it called as?
Explicit narrowing.
And if you look at it, okay, please observe this carefully.
Yes.
Ulta, you need not worry. What is ulta? Example, I'll say byte a is equal to 10. Then I'll write a code int j is equal to a. What is happening? Tell me. Widening.
Yes, sir. Widening.
Is it mandatory to mention the conversion type?
No, sir.
No. If you mention also it work. If you don't mention also it is work.
Yes, sir.
It is automatic. Hence it is called as auto widening.
Widening.
Tell me what is it called as?
Auto widening.
What is widening?
Widening is conversion of
From
smaller
smaller to bigger type. Is it
Yes.
automatic or you have to explicitly mention?
Automatic.
Automatic. What is narrowing? Converting from?
Smaller to bigger to smaller.
So is it a automatic or explicit?
Explicit.
Explicit. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, I'll give you two bags. One smaller bag, one bigger bag.
Yes, sir.
You are taking all the fruits from smaller bag to bigger bag.
Yes, sir.
This is widening.
Widening.
One more is there. From bigger bag, you are putting into smaller bag.
Yes, sir.
In which cases chances are there you might lose the fruits?
Second case.
Second case. Why?
Yes.
Because it's a bigger fruit, bigger bag. It has got,
Yes.
let's say, 100 apples, but this can hold only 50 apples.
Yes,
So
sir.
remaining is gone, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So this is called as a data loss. What is it called as?
Data loss.
Example, let me create a class demo 9. See here, let me create it. In this example, I'll write a code. Byte b is equal to 127. Example,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
int, or let us write short b is equal to 200, int I is equal to yes. Tell me, what is this example for?
It is for 1 second, sir. It is for widening.
Auto
Widening.
widening. SOP I.
Yes.
Tell me, is it everything is there as it is?
Yes, sir.
Let us do one more. Byte b is equal to yes. What are we trying to do?
Narrowing.
Converting from short to byte. It is a narrowing. Why am getting error?
Because like
it is an
only
explicit. You have to
byte
mention the conversion type, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, sir.
This is, tell me,
Expressing data type. Narrowing.
explicit
Narrowing.
Okay. From which type to which type? From short to
From
byte.
short to byte.
You tell me, can byte hold 200 value?
No, sir.
Only 127, isn't it? Let us see
Yes,
what
sir.
happens if I run it. See this. Tell me what is happening.
Minus 56.
Some random number we got it, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
What happened now?
Loss of data.
So in which case we have a chances of loss of data?
Narrowing.
Narrowing.
Explicit narrowing.
Do we lose the data every time? No.
No, sir. Like,
example I'll show you.
when is
Example I'll say s is equal to 10.
Yes, sir.
And I'll write a code b is equal to yes. And here in this example, I'll convert it into byte. So this is also same code, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
But let us see whether I get that 10 as it is or not. Will I get 10?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Tell me why it is working. Very simple. We have two bags. One 100 apple bag, second one is 50 apple bag. But here we have only 50 apples. Or
Yes,
I have
sir.
only 20 apples.
Yes.
Bag can hold 100 apples, but we have only 20 apples. If I pour it
Yes,
here,
sir.
can I store all the apples in this bag?
Yes, sir. You can.
Yes. As long as there is it is not crossing the limit of the respective data type,
Yes.
the data will be as it is. If it crosses the range, we will lose the data. Are we
Yes.
clear?
Yes. Sir, one doubt.
Tell me.
Like, why did it show minus 56 only, sir?
The reason is, if you want to understand what is happening here is, let's see this here. Tell me what is the number?
200.
200. Internally, let me show you what data type to what data type we are storing.
From
Short.
short to
Short to byte, correct?
byte. Yes, sir.
See this here. What is that? Short
2 byte.
and byte.
Yes, sir.
Short is how many bits?
Short is
1 byte,
127.
which is 8 bits.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry. It is 16. Short is 16. How much it is?
16 bits.
16 bits, which is 2 bytes.
2 bytes. Yes, sir.
What about the byte?
Byte is one, like 8 bits.
8 bits.
Yes, sir.
Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
What is the value we are storing?
Value is 200.
200. In which format? Zeros and ones, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Convert decimal to binary online. What is the value?
11001000.
Correct, right?
Yes, sir.
I'll write it ulta. It's a little complicated, but since you asked, I'm teaching you.
Yes.
What is it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And all these cells will be filled with
Zeros.
zeros.
Yes, sir.
So how much value we are storing?
200.
200. Next. Tell me, what are we doing here? Converting.
Yes, sir.
Converting short to
Byte.
byte. That means we are storing this value, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Here, how many cells we have?
16.
But here, how much we have?
8.
Can you store whole the value?
No, sir.
No, it will store only the 8 values. How many?
Yes, 8 values.
8 values. Understood this?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is this? This is a number stored in Java. If the leftmost digit is 1, it will think that it is a negative number. Tell me, what is it
Yes.
called as?
Negative number.
If it is 0, positive number.
Positive number.
It will store this in a 2's complement format. Tell me which format?
2's complement.
For your information, in Java, leftmost bit indicates sign. What is indicates? Sign.
Yes,
Positive
sir.
sign.
Positive sign.
Means 0.
0.
Or
1.
if the leftmost bit is 0, huh?
Positive.
What that indicates? It's a positive number. Okay, na?
Yes. Yes, sir.
If the leftmost bit is 1, what it
Negative
indicates?
number. Negative number.
Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Next up. Positive numbers are stored as it is in binary format.
Okay, sir.
Positive numbers are stored as it is in which format?
Binary format.
But negative numbers are stored as 2's complement format. Which
Okay.
format?
2's complement.
Now let us convert that back. So let's see whether we have it. Okay. Tell me which one? Binary to?
Binary to 2's complement.
2's decimal. Okay. And that to where? 2's complement.
2's complement. Yes, sir.
Let us see what is it. Let us see what Java thinks it is while converting it back. Tell me.
Minus 56. Yes.
Understood? Why it
Yes,
is minus 56?
Yes, sir.
But actually it is 200, no doubt.
Yeah.
But whenever the leftmost bit is 1, it will think that that number is negative.
Negative.
Since it is a negative number, it will think that it is stored in which format?
2's complement form.
So it will convert that. So when you convert that, it will become minus 56.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Understood the concept?
Yes, sir.
So first leftmost digit is 0, positive number, stored as it is in zeros and ones.
Yes, sir.
Leftmost digit is 1. It means it will think that it is a negative number. It will
Yes,
be it will be stored in 2's complement format.
Yes.
Understood this part?
Yes, sir. Understood.
So in all this conversion, Boolean is not involved. Who is
Yes,
not
sir.
involved?
Boolean.
Boolean is not involved. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Super. So this much is enough. Okay. Tomorrow we'll continue. We'll discuss the next topic. So
Yes.
as of today, what we discussed? Today we discussed data type,
Data types.
type of a data, and
Yes.
types, primitive
Yes.
and non-primitive.
Yes,
Under
sir.
primitive, all the 8 categories. Okay,
Yes,
different
sir.
categories.
Yes, sir.
Non-primitive, we have a different categories like class, array, and all.
Yes, sir.
Use the different data types, built-in data type, and all. So here, major concept is typecasting,
Yes, sir.
converting from one type to
Another.
type called is typecasting.
Yes, sir.
In primitive, there are 2 types of typecasting. One is widening, second one is narrowing.
Narrow.
Converting from small type to bigger data type is called as widening. It is automatic.
Automatic.
Converting from bigger data type to smaller
Exploit.
data type is narrowing, which is
Narrow.
explicit narrowing.
Explicit.
While widening, we will never lose the data, but while narrowing it, we may lose the data. If the
Yes,
value is small, you will not lose it. If it is bigger than the capacity, you lose the data.
yes, sir. Understood.
So be careful about it.
Yes,
In
sir.
all these, whether you do widening or narrowing, Boolean is never involved. You
Yes.
cannot convert Boolean into any other data type. Easy enough? Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Super. So I'll share all the program, and I'll share this recording also. You can watch it
Yes.
whenever you want it. My
Yes.
suggestion is, please read the book also. Please
Yes,
watch
sir.
the videos also. Make a notes of your own. On
Yes,
handwritten notes, you make it. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
Super. Tomorrow also we'll connect at 7 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.